Yes, Bukaretu Shalom. So this morning in book of Romans chapter 12 verse 15, we are to weep with those who weep. We are to weep with those who weep. That is weeping with those who weep. That is what we are to consider this morning from the writings of a mystery Shawu, Romans chapter 12, verse 15. He says, rejoice with those who rejoice with those who rejoice, and weep with those who weep. So, we have another topic of discussion to discuss and learn from this very passage in the book of Romans 12:15. Weep with those who weep is to consider, is to be in the same mood, is to feel the same way your brother in the faith whose son or daughter got admitted into school, something like that, like this, or whose sister, who your sister in the faith, her daughter was turned down in many admissions. She was turned down many admissions. So you feel the same way. To them, to the letter, that sister whose daughter's admission, many of admissions were turned down, you feel the same way that sister and her daughter is feeling, or you be in the same mood, or you consider them, you put yourself in their shoes. Maybe they are poor and they are trying to get admission, not being easy for them. So you have to be thoughtful, be considerate. With them, you show them that compassion. Okay? All right? So, and that's not all. You have to lend help. You have to lend a helping hand to them. So it's about being considerate. It's about being passionate. It's about quick to lend a helping hand to the grieved, or to rejoice with those whose Almighty One has blessed in one way or the other. You will not be sad with them when they're rejoicing, you rejoice with them. Okay? But it's better to go to a place, a house where they are grieved or mourning than to go to a place they are celebrating. So this is a virtue, it's an asset and vital aspect to maturity in the faith, in this work. So we are to rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those who weep. So it's just as simple as that, but we have to understand it. It means we are to feel the same situation that they are in and do something about it, that situation. But remember, you can feel and do something about their situation when they have a nice motive or proper reason for weeping or for rejoicing. You don't weep with those who weep because they were punished for murdering. You don't rejoice with those who rejoice for acceptance of abortion law in the society, or rejoice over the wicked people coming to power, or rejoice with people who celebrate their sexual depravity, that debauchery, they celebrate gayism and lesbianism. You don't weep, you don't celebrate with them, you don't rejoice with them. You don't weep with criminals. This is why we have to be careful how we interpret, we understand the word of Almighty One. So, to those broken-hearted over their sin or looking to Almighty One for deliverance from their suffering, Yah's tenderness knew no end. To them, we feel the same way. We feel broken in the heart. But if they are rejoicing for what Almighty One has done for them, we rejoice with them. So when you weep with those who weep, you do not have time to say anything or blame them or tell them their faults, because it's not time for that. When someone is weeping for a reason that she or he is supposed to weep, you don't blame him or blame her, or start telling them therefore, or start talking to them much. At that time, there's no time to talk. It's not time for you to talk. Okay, that is the point Shaul actually was making in the passage in the book of Romans we have read. So we walk with those grieving in such a way as to show them we care about them. We show them we care about them. So wherever they are, in what situation they are, show them you care about them in that situation. Not dictating for them or what you want them to do, or you have to be kind in the approach. Okay, so you walk with them in such a way as to forget yourself and serve them. So when you weep with them, it's like time for service. Render service to them. Okay. You look at Job's experience in chapter 2 of that book. 3 of the friends. Let me read it. And three of the friends of Job heard of all this evil that came on him, and each one came from his own place. Eliphaz the Temanite, and Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the the Naamatite, and they met together to come to sympathize with him and to comfort him, and they lifted up their eyes from a distance and did not recognize him, and they lifted their voice and wept, and each one tore his robe and sprinkled dust on his head toward the heavens. Then they sat down, that's toward Shemaim, and they sat down with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that the pain was very great. So there was no need for them to speak a word to him. We only speak when it is time to comfort them. Job's friends thought Job was at fault, but he wasn't. They thought Almighty One had done to him because of his sin. But the accusations sent Job further into despair. Okay, so Job could not find the sin responsible for it. So we are told that Job was righteous at the beginning and that he was upright. So whatever that decision was not about his sin, not account of any of his sin. Okay. So you have to weep with those who weep. Weep with those who weep. You have to be considerate. Sit down, okay? Sorry. So we have to be compassionate. Hallelujah. We have to be compassionate, considerate, lend a helping hand to the grief, but to those who rejoice, we rejoice with them. Hallelujah. But today is not about rejoicing now, it's about weeping. Father Yahweh bless you. May He bless all you lay your heart and hands doing. Hallelujah. Shalom.